every week, even though I gave him permission to go and solve the medical issues, every week, Mwalimu would come to school at least once a day. Until one day I told him, Mwalimu, I'm seeing your life. You better treat yourself first, then you come. So there's no need of coming to school when you are sick. I thought I convinced him. The following week he came. That showed how Mwalimu loved these children and how he persevered for the sake of this nation. And that's how most teachers do. And so Mwalimu was a good person. So when he fell sick in January, I told him to go, but he would go and come. He would go and come. And then we closed the school. The day when we were closing school in first term, he also came. And he talked to the students. So he said, Mwalimu, let us go and rest for these 2 weeks. Then when we come, there's something that I want to share with you also. When we come back next term, that is this term, I'll tell you something. Then we said, okay, let us go for the 2 weeks. That is the last time we talked with him. Then, when we opened the first week, while we were at home, I used to call him. But what surprised me that his phone was not going through. And it was the only number I had from this family. So I waited until the schools were open. So, luckily, we got the number of Zachary, his brother. We called Zachary on Tuesday. And he told us a very sad story. By that time, we were in a staff meeting. He told us that Mwalimu is sick, and seriously sick. And I asked him, where are you? We are at Sloam Hostel. So, the following day, that is Wednesday, we went with a few of our colleagues to Sloam. What we saw in the hostel surprised us. Kumbe Mwalimu had been removed from the general ward to ICU. And then that was my first time to go into ICU ward. I've been having patients, but that was my first time. Where, for those who have gone there, you know, you are not supposed to enter the way you are with your shoes. You leave your shoes outside as you enter. We were told, leave your shoes as you enter in. It was my first experience. So we did that. And then we reached there. Mwalimu was in a bad state. We prayed. It was on Wednesday at lunchtime. Then we stayed there up to 4 in the evening. Then we decided to go back. That day, that night, I didn't sleep. I don't know what happened. But in the morning, as I was waking up to go to school, to report to the colleagues and the students what we saw in KOECH, before I could reach school, Mwalimu Zachary called me. That, you know, Mwalimu is gone. He continued, then I decided to put off the phone. Then I stayed in the office. After the time my colleagues came, it was hard for me to break the news. But I took the courage and told them. Then we gathered the strength on how to tell these students. I invited some of the board members to come so that we could break the news to the students. We gathered them at 10 when we now broke the news to the students. And it was halabaloo in the school, but we managed to control them. That is what happened. So I remember the last words Mwalimu told me, that let us go for holiday, but when we come next term, that is this term, I'll tell you something. That thing has gone with Mwalimu up to now. I don't know what it is. Up to now, I'm praying that it could have been a good thing. But now we don't know what it is. May God rest his soul in eternal peace. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, the MC. Before we sit, I want one of the students just to say something, because this was their teacher. Hebron, please come and say something, and then they will